Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going to go on a quest for truth together. Here we go. And it's Friday night, and everything's right for the weekend. Yes, I hope you all have a great weekend. And look who's here, Catherine Weiss. Welcome to the program. Good friend of the program and awesome mod, and followed up right behind our other awesome mod, Mud Rabbit. Welcome to the program. I hope that you're feeling better. Just keep your prayers out for Mud Rabbit. She's got a bad back. She's got a weak back. She got it about a week back. There's your back joke for you. Jokes always help. Sometimes it hurts to laugh. I know. And who else is here? Oh my goodness. Look, it's Dark Brain, another awesome mod. Welcome, buddy. Awesome to see you here. And Emily. Hello there, Emily. Peace. Good to see you here too. Awesome. Oh, there's more comments. Oh, I'm falling way behind. Oh, you know what? I don't have the music on. I knew something was up. Hold on a second. Let's get this rolling here. They're night driving. I'm going to turn it down a bit. That ought to do it. And I think I saw Operation Shutdown, which reminds me of the cut line that I always remember when I see Operation Shutdown, because we're just downrange of strange. Where the outrageous is contagious. And the paranormal is the new normal. Hello, Yvonda. And Operation Shutdown, and everybody, you guys rock. It's the weekend. Can you believe all the stuff that's coming out? You know, it's interesting. They released that footage from the Pelosi break-in. It's interesting how they timed that, don't you think? Right when Veritas comes out with this 12 million views in less than 24 hours. Amazing. And they already took his video down off of YouTube. So that Veritas video, probably on other platforms, you might be able to see it. Or people have included it in their shows. And Free Range Brain, good to see you here too. Awesome. We got a great bunch of people here today, let me tell you. Awesome friends. You guys rock. You guys rock. You know that? Paint on your fingertips. Oh, finger painting. Finger painting is fun. Yeah. Yeah, I got... I think I showed this once before. This is a finger painting without the mess that I came up with a long time ago. It's just 2 sheets of plastic taped around with paint. And my son was, how old was he? 2.5. And there he was, already an artist. Look at that. An artiste. So sometimes, and that you don't get any paint on your fingertips that way. So that would be good. And Peggy Dancer, hello there. Awesome to see you here. Yeah, isn't it quite good point, Mud Rabbit. Fauci has been put on notice that his stuff is next. Yes. And interesting how he just retired too. He was making more money than anybody else in the government. They were paying that guy the most. I guess the more you lie, the more you get. I guess that's how they do it. I can't figure out any other way. But yeah, it's everything's coming to a head. And then they released that footage today, and everyone's talking about it. And also what's happening in Memphis with, of course, the rioters are all too ready to go and go and riot, whatever they're going to do tonight. I hope that businesses are boarding up. It's not a good thing. This has to be denounced from every leader or supposed leader. But the left isn't going to. They love this stuff. They want chaos, which is really sad. And so do the repugnitants, some of the repugnitants. Now, Ronna McDaniel, really? Ronna Romney, still? That's how corrupt it is, folks. That's how corrupt it is. What I want to know about Ronna McDaniel is what is going on with her face? I mean, I should talk. I got like zits at age 60, but her face has more putty in it than a 57 Chevy. Something like that. I don't know, man. There's something going on there. But it's just weird because, on Twitter, if you're on Twitter, they do these polls all the time. They've been doing these polls about who you would want for the RNC chair. Is it Hermie McDillon was her name? Or Ronna McDaniel or the pillow guy, right? And Ronna McDaniel was always at the bottom. She was always number 3, way, way below. Okay. So I don't know how. I think I know how. I think they used the voting machines. I think they used the Dominion, and they took Hermite's total and they switched it with Ronna's total because Hermite was out there just pounding the pavement on all kinds of shows talking about this stuff, and Ronna wouldn't even debate. So right there's corruption going on. Isn't she the one that's dealing out money? I think there is like, okay, you vote for me, you get this. Haha. You get an extra bonus if you vote for me. Oh my, Peggy Dancer, a dear friend passed today and his wife needs our prayers. Yes, please, everybody, send your prayers out to this person's wife. Oh my goodness. We got Dark Brain on the job already. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, that Pfizer thing, man. So, of course they're going to do that. They're in business. These businesses don't ever think about what they're doing might be wrong. They just look at, hey, we can make more profit if we do this. I don't know, man. Before 1972, you could not profit doing healthcare. Healthcare was not supposed to be wasn't for profit. And then Tricky Dicky, Richard Nixon, changed all of that, along with other things. There's all our prayer warriors building up a wall of prayer. So yeah, it's been a wild day, I must say. A wild, wild day. Hasn't it now? Oh yes. Yes, release the J6 political prisoners. Yeah, they're letting all these murderers out. They're trying to pass a law in D.C., Washington, D.C., to let all these criminals out. Of course, not the J6ers. What's going on here, folks? They're and you know what really, in tanks to Ukraine, in March, I think it was March 11th, Biden said, well, no, I'm not going to send tanks. That would be World War III. Now he's sending tanks. So what do you think that is? It's really sick. We need to pray for peace, folks. We need to pray for peace and hope and pray that that person doesn't pull that trigger. I have a man, ever since I heard about those cables, those WikiLeaks cables years ago, where they had a plan, because guess what? The CIA has their own nuclear submarine. And don't you think they would have certain type of warheads with stuff gleaned from the Uranium One deal, launched from the sea near a country that starts with the letter R, targeted onto an American target, high population area? This is their dream. They want this. So we have to pray that does not happen. I really don't want that to happen. And these people, they've been treated horrifically, like a third world prison. Sick. It's so sick. If George Orwell were alive today, he'd be like, oh yeah, that's the exact expression he would have. He would be very DiCaprio-ish, don't you think? DiCaprio-ish. Is that a word? It is now. Oh, no. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Yes, the grassroots did reject Ronna McRomney. I know it. So, of course, the GOP leadership spits in their face and making it quite clear that they don't care about the will of their voters. I know it. It's never been about the voters for either of these mega parties. It's so funny to hear the left try to talk to people, because it just doesn't. Oh, the Republicans are only helping the rich. I mean, really? They're still beating that drum? Really? Unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. But if people have eyes, they can see. They can see what's going on. They can see which politicians have boat rallies and which ones don't. Use a black Sharpie, yeah. Oh yeah. What do we got here? Oh, this is that image that I made the cover picture from. It's mirrored. It was on some article about space. I don't know if it's artwork or if it's a photo actually, but I mirrored it. Whatever it is, it's a very interesting image, but I mirrored it. And I saw something today, folks, and Ronna, yes, RHONNA. Okay. Something encouraging, folks. In all this stuff going on, something encouraging I saw today. Here, I got a picture of it right here for you. Take a look at this. How encouraging is this? Get a load of this. Spring is right around the corner. Look at that. There's proof right there. My goodness, things are looking up. Look at that. Can you, can you grasp it? There's spring right around the corner. I tell you, it doesn't get any better than this, folks. Oh, yeah, the old spring joke. Don't you love it? I'm going to start recycling. That is a great idea. I just need to find my bike first. I love these. They take old pictures from old Star Trek episodes and they make comics out of them. I think it rocks. Yes, Mud Rabbit. You know what? I had a thought today. Yeah, we should start a drive unhappy with the RNC. Let them know. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should, a bunch of us patriots should start a RNC 2.0 and just elect, just duplicate what that is, only have it be America first. And just ignore what they say, and the RNC 2.0 be the ones we listen to. Would that work? Challenge them. Dethrone them completely, like 2.0 them. Wouldn't that be? I don't know. The other thing is, there's nothing in I don't think there's anything in the Constitution about parties. The whole idea of parties and how they've taken hold of the elections systems, it's really, really pathetic. I really just don't think there should be parties. It should just be people with ideas. If they have good ideas, they get elected. If they have bad ideas, they don't. Hello, Jacob Waters. Good to see you here. Good to see you here, buddy. Yeah. I love those little comics they make out of that stuff. What do we got here? Pied suddenly. Yes. The one time that we got a little bit of aha, a little bit of gotcha to a globalist creep that doesn't want most of us around. So there he is. Just a sad, pathetic excuse for a human, if you ask me. I've never liked this guy. He's always put off a very offensive vibe to me. I've just never liked him. It's probably why I use Apple computers, because I can't stand him. It's part of it. I just can't stand him. There's something off-putting about this guy. And that was before I knew anything about him. He just does not seem smart to me at all. No, he's not. So yeah, hide suddenly. How do you like that? Oh yeah. Okay. We're going to do this. Let's see here. We'll get a few more for you here. Then we'll open up the lines. Check this out. This is from Gateway Pundit. Breaking exclusive. Hunter Biden was receiving classified State Department briefings on a regular basis, used to promote family business. Isn't that interesting? It's not surprising. The FBI, CIA, all these DOJ, they're aware of these illegal things going on, and they let them go on. Doesn't that make them complicit? Doesn't that make them the bad guys? Shouldn't they be busting the bad guys instead of helping them? I don't know. What do you think? Oh, here's a new product. A new limited edition Shift pencil neck eraser head. Sorry, it's not very sharp. In fact, it has no point. No point at all. Great for removing the truth, rewriting the facts, and drawing false conclusions. Only comes in yellow in respect for Adam's personality. His yellow belly. This guy is another guy that always gave me a bad vibe. Have you seen that meme that shows his face next to Benedict Arnold and it looks exactly like him? Yeah. People have been hoping for a MAGA party for a while. But we are changing the Republican Party to the MAGA Party. Yeah, you're right, Dark Brain. I know. It's just, I don't know. It's just something. Here we go. It's a little shitler. There he is. Klaus, here's Schwab. Schwab the deck, buddy. Yes. The WEF, probably already in your town. Know the signs and look for the Sustainable Goals Schwabstica right here. This little thing, it looks like a color wheel gone mad with a million different genders on it. Yeah, watch out for that. I think that's a great meme. I like that one. That meme rocks. Oh yeah, how Schiff got corrected, yes, by the fact checkers. Fact checkers on Twitter now are actually telling the real truth. It's amazing. All the fake liars aren't getting away with their lies anymore, most of them. I think there's still a long ways to go with Twitter. I think there's still a lot of sleeper agents in there. There's a lot of conservative accounts are still being shadow banned like crazy, throttled. And even Elon Musk, he changed his name to Mr. Tweet or Mr. Twitter or Mr. Tweeter or something like that, Mr. Tweet. And Twitter won't let him change it back. He's the boss. So the fact that he's helping to solve some of these other problems that other people are bringing up before he handles his own problem, I think that says a lot about him. I think he has a very, very good intention as far as it goes to, as far as Twitter goes. I think he has very good intentions there. What do we have over here? Now, I don't know if this is true or not. I didn't really see that footage of Roseanne Boylan getting injured by someone. If that's the person who did it, that's horrible. And there's the woman here. She was one of the 4 people that died that day. All Trump supporters, all unarmed, innocent Trump supporters. Very sad. I don't believe what they tell you on the TV. And look at this. Have you seen this? There's a little, like a moving GIF of this. And this is a recent picture of him, isn't it? He just cannot keep his hands off of young people. This guy he's a wretch. Someone needs to put a net over him when he does this kind of stuff and pull him away off stage. Get him. Why would he have his hand there in public? This guy is just not right. Another guy that's always giving me the creeps, this guy. Total creepaholic. Creepy Joe. Creepy. Creepy, creepy Joe. Check this out. So there's a live stream going of this star, right? It's in the constellation Orion. Could go supernova. I don't know if it's gone yet. I don't know if it's gone supernova or not, but I actually saw a supernova when I was a kid. It was early in the morning when the sky was still mostly dark. And there were these couple stars. One in particular, I was watching it. It was blinking in and blinking out. And I watched it for a long time. And then it finally just blinked out. And then it blinked back. And it was on the news the next day. Some European observer noticed it in a telescope. And not only did I see it, someone else at my bus stop saw it too. So it was when I was still riding bus. I was pretty young. Beetlejuice, yes. Beetlejuice. However you say that. Beetlejuice. Because it looks kind of like the guy in the movie, right? I know, Peggy. It's just so incredibly sick. And the other thing that really, really needs to happen is people of every color, background, and persuasion doing endless PSAs about acceptance of others, and none of this race bashing. No matter what race you're bashing, it shouldn't be happening, and it's happening. And it's really sick. It shouldn't happen at all. It should never happen. And so we need to fight back. So I don't know if that thing blew yet or not, but it looks like they're keeping a constant vigil on it. And it was pulsing. It was going dark in the center, darker in the center, then bright, and then darker in the center. Every second, like 1,000, 2, 1,000. It was like blinking in and out. Amazing stuff. What else we got here for you? Anything else? Oh yeah, there's another one. So there's where it's dark in the middle. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. There's another one? I can't tell. Yeah, there's where it's brighter and it's darker in the middle. It's a little bit darker. I mean, it's not a lot, but it was fluctuating. Now here is, I got this from watching, quite frankly, there he is in the corner there, and Rob. But there you see DePepe right here, hacking away at the window with a hammer. So he had a hammer already. He was hacking his way in. He put his backpack over here. He walked from over here, but there's no steps here like that are shown in the police picture. So I don't know if this is a different back window than the one they show, but it just looks a little bit different. And Frank was talking about that. A very interesting point that he brought up. So yeah, he was hacking away, and some of that glass could have come out, but he's an idiot. He's got shorts on. He's hacking away with a hammer on glass. He's not a very smart dude. And the more, and after seeing this footage, you start to think, maybe he really was coming in there to do that. But wasn't he also at the January 6th being a camera person? Now, I wonder if he was a camera person for Pelosi's daughter, because Pelosi's daughter or something, a relative of hers, was doing some movie. And that's where she famously said, oh, she wanted to, sock it to the Prez, and she was being filmed. So, I don't know. Was he promised something for doing that filming and maybe he didn't get it, so he's coming for revenge? Or what? He does seem like an unhinged guy. I mean, right in front of the cops, they tell him to drop the hammer, and he says, no, I don't think so. And he goes after him right in front of the cops. This guy, he's clearly deranged, this DePappy guy. But then you got Pelosi sitting there with a drink in his hand. And there he is. He's like clearing some of the glass away, and he's going to go right in there. So he is climbing in the hole in the window that he busted out. So he clearly, and this is like second to the last page, almost done. Got a little bit left to go on the book. Awesome Possum. That's the second to the last page spread. So it'll be in the middle, will be the middle of the book. And so the writing is on this side with a fade in, and then all the action happens on this page, on the facing page. So that's kind of how I'm having it. Oh, you haven't watched it yet? You better watch it, because I think they've already taken it down from some platforms, so you might want to watch it quick. I didn't want to show the footage on here because I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. Here's another image I made from that space image. I mirrored it. There's another mirror image that came out. Isn't that wild? I guess that's about as big as I can make it. Wait a minute. I guess that's as big as it gets. First rule in hammer fights, never drop your drink. Words to live by there. There you go. That's funny. I like that. So it looks kind of like a troll with maybe a hat with two horns on the top. And he's got like a little pumpkin. He's going trick-or-treating. Some kind of little troll dude. Mud Rabbit, I really like that that rabbit with the glasses. That's a cool look. It reminds me a little bit of the cat turd, and so I think you could be as big as cat turd out there with a logo like that. So I think it's a cool logo. Very cool. I think I have some more of these. Do I? Yeah, there's one. That's kind of wicked looking, huh? Kind of bizarre. Almost like a creature on top jumping over onto the back of some other creature. It looks like he has a cross in his chest. Oh, I even got someone in Congress to clap back at me today. All right. Arguing with the rabbit thing. Yes. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah, baby. Friday night and everything's right for the weekend. Crazy clothes and anything goes on the weekend. John called Ann and Jim got Sue. I made a date with little old you. Off we went to make a big dent on the weekend. No harm done, just having some fun on the weekend. That's right. It's the weekend. And, you know, there's a lot of times I look back at the past. And I've got a lot of past to look back on. And certain things, the way things are done nowadays compared to the way they were done in the olden days are just not as good. Like what happened to me this week. And so it was Wednesday. I thought, okay, I got a bunch of things done I wanted to get done on Wednesday. I kept thinking, is there something I'm forgetting? It wasn't till the end of the day I finally figured it out. It's garbage day. I should have pushed my garbage out onto the street, and I didn't because I completely forgot it. Now, in the old days, that wouldn't have mattered because you never had to move your garbage. The garbage man actually knew where your garbage was, and they grabbed it and they put it in the back of the truck, and then they put the can back. And you never had to push it out there. I mean, there's lots of reasons why you might not push it out there to the end of your street. You might be sick, you might be out of town. And depending on the town you're in, they can dock you, they can, I don't know. It just seems, like it's like, why didn't we stick with something that worked? Because this clearly doesn't work. I'm not the only person who's forgetting or who isn't putting it, maybe 5 minutes late and it just went, I've had that happen too. But I think it's asking a lot for everybody in the town to put their garbage out by the street, so there a robotic truck operated by one person can save a little money by not having two people. I just wish that would return. Anyone agree with me? Does anyone remember the good old days where you didn't have to actually take your garbage and put it somewhere so they can access it with a robot? I mean, it's like, I thought robots were supposed to decrease our work. There's one example where it's actually increasing our work and forcing us to live with a week's worth of garbage until the next garbage day. So that's what I'm thinking about. The way things used to be. If you can think of something the way things used to be that you think are better, or maybe you think the way things are done now are better, put it in the chat or call in. Oh, I agree, Aaron. And now we have to pay $10 more for gas. I know it. I know it. These people. That's another thing. Maybe we should start another, the WEF, the World Economic Forum, right? Why don't we start a new one called the New World Economic Forum and have a completely better outlook on everything and just outdo them and be for the people and be promoting things that help people actually, and not their stupid people-hating climate agenda that they are, we are the carbon they want to reduce. That's really what it comes down to. If you have a lot of garbage, you ain't doing it right. Right. I don't have very much garbage, but it just sucks to miss it, you know? I don't like missing it. Because then on the warmer days it might smell, or the coyotes might get into it, or whatever. We got giraffes running all over the place. They mostly only affect second story windows, peeping in there, all those giraffes running around. Can be a hassle. Can be a big hassle. So I think we looked long enough on that one. Is there another one here? Ooh, look at that. I turned it sideways to see what I could get sideways. And I rather like that. It's like a multi-headed monster or something. Hello, Mad Pogue. I roll my trash cart out about once every 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, really? See, we shouldn't have to do that at all. In the old days, we didn't have to. And it employed one more person or two more people. Sometimes when they take those cans, they would just bang, 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 and something dent up your can if it was metal, you know? But still, it's better than having to physically roll it out there. I mean, sometimes there's ice out there. Sometimes, you know, I don't know. I think of the way things used to be when I was a kid, and I wish they were that way now. Another thing I wish, I used to love, you know, I used to love going on trips in the car with my parents when I was a kid with my brothers. We're in the back seat, kids in the back seat, going for a ride. We'll go stop and get gas. Oh, the nice gentleman is washing our windshield and our side windows and squirting them or waving at them. And I think, oh, I can't wait till I can drive and I can have, you know, some conversation with a nice guy washing my windshield and checking my oil. Little did I know, by the time I got to drive, it's like, okay, it's all self-serve. There was one full service station here in Wisconsin, and I came across it by accident one time. And I went, whoa, you still got full service? He goes, yep. His price was the same as everybody else. He just had it for all these years. It's not there anymore. I think he did finally quit. He finally did retire. But it was so nice to see someone actually still doing that. That used to be a fun thing. That used to be a lot of fun. You know? And think about it too. I mean, I'm sure the gas stations probably sold more oil because you got a guy out there checking everybody's oil. Oh, you're a little low. I can top this up for you. You know? Heck, nowadays they could probably, you know, have like a whole tray of snacks, you know, like they have in the bleachers and games and stuff. The guy pumping your gas could sell you like a banana flip or something. Most of what goes out here is recycled cans and glass. Publix takes recycled plastic bags. I use those plastic bags for garbage bags. I don't buy garbage bags anymore. I use the plastic bags. Sometimes they have a little hole, you got to tape it up. I'm not buying that garbage. I'm gonna spend $9 on a package of garbage bags that you're just gonna throw away. That's a little wasteful, don't you think? Yeah, okay. What else we got here? Another one? Look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that one. Something kind of puffy about that one. Looks some kind of comical, futuristic creature jumping towards you or something. In just a few years, I've amended my small gardens with compost. Compost is good. Oh, old cars and car shows. I don't blame you. Over at Zoe's. Okay. That's good to hear that he's back on the air. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll go over there too. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm so glad that Mud Rabbit is back. We sure missed you. Oh, and also, in case you missed the show last show, I wanted to thank you for the card that you sent, Mud Rabbit. So thank you so much for the Christmas card. Got that in my P.O. box the other day. So thanks so much. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Yeah, it is kind of cool, isn't it? That one turned out pretty good, I gotta say. Yeah, that's right. Oh, you watched it on the TV? Okay. So you did see that. Okay, good. I'm glad that you did. I was wondering, like, oh my. Now, did you hear the guy on, maybe I did mention this yesterday too, but on, quite frankly, someone called in and said that they were in a terrible accident and they went to some alternative doctor and he gave him these goggles with flashing lights and his pain went away. That's something we all need to dig on. If you know someone who's in pain, you couldn't move much. Oh gosh. Oh, I know. Oh my. Yeah, one time, many years ago, I was lifting my rather heavy briefcase out of the back of my Fiero. And I just pivoted and put it down. And then it took me a half hour to get from the back of my Fiero to the driver's seat. That's how much in pain I was. So much pain. Oh my. Yeah, so you got to watch out. Just twisting the wrong. And for me, sometimes there's no warning. Just boom, you're incapacitated. And that was right before an Elvis gig, and I didn't move much on that gig. I couldn't move. I was in such pain. One of the other people that was traveling along with a whole crew of us, Hollywood Image lookalikes, to do a big show out there in South Dakota. Someone had a back brace, and I got to wear that. Oh, that really helped. It helped a lot. Luckily, they had that with, but it wasn't until the next day I had to perform. But well, I hardly moved at all, and a lot of pain. So send your prayers out to Mud Rabbit and relieve that pain. And boy, next time I have pain, I'm just gonna get one of those dialed whatever frequency or speed of a strobe light and just self-medicate with strobe lights, right? See if that works. Oh, that's exactly how you did it too? Oh yeah. You got to do it at least twice to learn. And that doesn't even help. Because sometimes you can do the same thing and nothing happens. And there's that one time, that one little nerve is in the wrong place. And that's no good. That's not good. No siree. Oh, this is a good one. Someone, you know what is funny about this? Someone put a filter on Adam Shifty Shift's first video he ever made on his TikTok account. Remember now, no government person is supposed to use TikTok. He goes out and makes a TikTok. Isn't that funny? So, yeah, MAGA extremists, extreme MAGA Republicans. In other words, normal, ordinary, nice people who wouldn't hurt a fly unless that fly was really bothering us. And then, yes, we would swat the fly. But wouldn't you? Of course you would. Yeah, their whole thing is just false. All false premises about this fake MAGA thing. There's DePepe, and now it's weird too, because so Paul Pelosi, in this hand over here, you can't see, he's got a glass, a drink. He's holding a drink, of course. I think the Pelosi's, they think they got most of your popular whiskeys on tap there. I'm sure. Possibly. But anyway, so it looks like he's in his boxers. DePepe is in the same shorts that he broke into the place with, and the hoodie or whatever that is. And so Pelosi had one hand on the hammer and one hand holding the drink. So who opened the door? Who opened the door? And they shine a light on him. Look, they're smiling, you know. It's like, okay. Now, so DePepe has his hand on the hammer. This is Pelosi's hand right here on the hammer as well. And DePep's trying to get his arm off of that hammer. And this is when the cop says, "Drop that hammer now." And he's like, "I don't think so." Then he forces it away from Pelosi. Pelosi runs this way, and you see him doing a wild swing. Did he hit him? If he did, yeah, it could be horrifyingly damaging. In the footage, you don't see any blood. So I don't know if he was actually hit or he fell, hit his head when he fell. But he was also, sounded like he was snoring. So he was knocked out and asleep, totally knocked out. Oh, he has the pencil resolution. They're doing and then they have the Pelosi Act too, about no insider trading, no trading stocks. Yeah, the pencil resolution for Matt Gaetz, preventing extreme negligence and classified information resolution. That's funny. I like that. Adam Schiff's first on the list. Of course he would be. He's such a bonehead. Such a liar. I've got irrefutable evidence that no one else will ever see. He's the only one that ever saw it. And now I don't know what happened to it. It must have just disappeared. Maybe Hunter has it. Check with Hunter. Yeah, that's where they're thinking there's a little button to push or something, you know. Possibly. Yeah, but the door kind of magically, and the cop wasn't even standing near the door. He was kind of stepped way back. He was facing the other way. He turned around as the door was opening, and you couldn't really clearly see who opened the door. Although Pelosi was the closest. However, he had his drink in his hand, but he might have put the drink down on a little end table there, pushed a button, and picked the drink back up again. Maybe he did that. I don't know. But it seemed to open up at a very smooth rate, didn't it? There's another image of it. Here, Pelosi looks kind of jovial. And same with DePep, whatever the heck his name is. Just bizarre. The fact that he would do that, it almost seems like they were waiting until they would be on camera so it would be caught on camera. Do you think? Maybe they wanted this on camera. And then you have to ask the question, well, since he was filming at the J6, and so was Pelosi's daughter, I think. Wasn't she? She had a whole crew. Was he one of the crew? So did Nancy pay him to do this? Break in and do this to... Maybe he was... remember, he was getting drunk and getting in car accidents with other people in his car. Very embarrassing for her. Maybe she did that. Who knows? Yeah. Yes, I think you're correct, Aaron. Well, thank you. The video goes so fast, it's almost better to look at the stills anyway. Look at that. Just holding hammers and chilling till the cops get there. Then you start acting different. Isn't that weird? Although he did break in with that hammer. So I tell you one thing, it wasn't how I was picturing it in my mind. I was picturing they went back into another room. It was just went to the side down a hall. So, and he was being chased by DePep. That part never came out. But yeah, getting hit by a hammer is no fun. It's no fun at all. Just ask my thumb. Ba-dum-pa. That's right. Just ask my thumb. See, now, after the cop said, drop that hammer now, that would have been a really good cue to have, puffy pantsed MC Hammer come in and sing that song he's so famous for, right? Wouldn't that be good? If you're going to do a production, you might as well go all out. Oh, iPod just released a quick burn on Al Gore at Davos. Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, something else, huh? But I think it's the release of this information now just, I don't know, man. To me, it seems suspect. The timing of it with this Veritas thing, right? Let me get something up here. Well, how do you like that? Yes, it's here on YouTube for a bit. Okay. You always got BitChute and Rumble too, right? Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that, I'm telling you. I just saw a Jordan Sather show on Badlands Media. He's got his Conscious Strength show, and I highly recommend it. That kid is so smart. He's pretty smart. Oh, the other day I was talking about this is a Hot Wheel of a prototype. I incorrectly called it the Plymouth Pronto. It's the Chrysler Pronto. So it really was the two-door version, the two-seat version, actually two-door version of the PT Cruiser with the roll top, the vinyl top. You can see the, I don't know if you can see that, the, guess you can't see it. There it is, kind of ribbed top. It has that vinyl rollback top like they used to have back in the 30s. So they redid that for this. The Chrysler Pronto. Should have made it. They should have made it, but they didn't. No, they didn't. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Boy, it's been quite a week. I wonder what's going to happen next week. I really hoping and praying that this World War III doesn't happen. But sending tanks is not good. Shouldn't ever happen. Shouldn't happen. And did you hear what Putin said? He said those American tanks will be destroyed as soon as they're delivered. Of course they will be. Probably can't wait to check out those new anti-tank missiles they got to destroy them. It's just a recipe for disaster. But this is what they do. They want disaster, which is really sad. It's really, really sad. That's why we have to pump it up and get some really peaceful thoughts and prayers heading out towards the world here to everybody else to not fall for this crap, these idiot leaders, Flimsy Graham and all these warmongers. They really should not be in power. How can they be in power with views like that? I just don't. Paper ballots and one-day voting, and let's get these crooks out of there. Do you ever get the feeling that this war is exhausting all heavy arms from all over? Yeah. Intentionally? Oh yeah. Just like our strategic oil reserves. Intentionally. Now, Lauren Boebert, I guess 3 amendments she proposed passed. And so they're actually doing work in Congress now like they used to be able to do because they changed the rules to be able to do work. Single issue bills with possible amendments that they actually talk about back and forth. Very cool. So that's a very important first basic step that has to happen. But that same thing has to happen in every agency that's been taken over by these globalist idiots that just pay these dumb people to do their bidding. They think, oh, I'm getting this $10,000 bonus just for implementing this mask mandate or whatever restrictive thing is putting into place, and they just reward these people, and they think they're doing something good. They're not. And it's becoming very evident, but they're still pushing that crap. So we need to push back. Yeah. We need to change back the meaning of what the word that starts with a V means. We change the meaning of it. We need to change that meaning back. We need to be able to say that word on the air without getting in trouble. There's a lot of things we need to fix, but there's some fixing happening. So one step forward, one step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 more steps forward. I think that's what where we're at. We're going a couple steps forward with each thing, and then 1 step back, and then 2 more steps forward. That's what it feels like. Yes, Space Force is in charge of all satellites and are 20 to 30 years ahead of what we've been told, if not more. Oh, much more, yes. Good point, Peggy. Thanks for bringing that up. That's awesome. Electrification. Well, maybe he should start making electric stoves. What do you think? Maybe he'll make electric stoves. His cars don't run on gas. Why should his stoves, right? Here's something. Here's a good meme. I did not do this meme. I wish I did. We call it directed evolution. Yes. There's another picture, another meme with that same logo, only it doesn't say Pfizer. It says PF fired. And it's that that executive, former executive of Pfizer on the Veritas. Boy, he got violent. He broke their iPad. He was just, you know what? He couldn't believe what was happening. He saw his whole world crumble before him. He was trying in desperation to try to save his own skin. But I think he knew it wasn't going to get saved. So that's what happens. Oh, I lied. That's what all normal men do when they go on a date with another dude. Well, normal men don't do that, dude. Normal men go with women. Women who have actually been women their whole lives, went through the being a little girl and growing up to be a teenage girl and then a lady and a woman, a real woman. That's what normal men do. I mean, people can do what they want, but if you're going to say normal, that's just not normal. Sorry. Not to me, anyway. It looks like James Rohrback is in the house. Hey, friends. Good to see you here. There we go. I knew something was up there. Look at this. Did you see this? Oh my God. In 2001, a man wrestled a 7-foot bull shark to retrieve the severed arm of his nephew after saving the boy. The man dived back in, seized the shark, and wrestled it to shore, where a ranger shot it. The arm was pried from its gullet, put on ice, rushed to the hospital, and successfully sewn back on. That's one bad, you know what, dude. Hard for me to swear. Man, he is though. Wow. Can you imagine? Wow. It's his nephew. Well, everyone needs an uncle like that, right? That's remarkable. This guy, you gotta know his adrenaline was, I'm gonna go back into the ocean, grab that ocean predator that's been the king of the ocean for millions, hundreds of millions of years. I'm gonna wrestle it to the shore and I'm gonna take that arm out of it. Wow. That's like so amazing. It's like it happened back in 2001. I don't think I ever heard about this. But and I don't even know if it's true. I just saw this meme. I thought it was pretty interesting. Probably is true. Oh yeah, we just we kind of went over that. We showed some stills that I took. I didn't want to show the video because I don't want to get taken down for that. Not today, shark. That's right. This guy, I mean, this is the guy you want to hang around with. And, you know, in case something goes wrong, this guy can, you know, get into action and do whatever needs to happen. I mean, my goodness. What is he, a SEAL or something? Wow. Did the shark bite him or? Wow. Just think of the guts it takes to go in and grab a shark and wrestle it back to shore. First of all, the strength you need to do that. My goodness. I'm just in awe. And it looks like a strong, fit shark too. I mean, you know, built for swimming fast and eating things. Shark teeth. My God. Zoinks. Boy, that kid has some stories to tell, doesn't he? Hey, how'd you get that scar on your arm? Let me tell you a story. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, do you remember that? Yeah, that's what I figured they had to do. Yeah, they would have to cut it because it goes, they swallow that. Because they're kind of like dogs. They don't really chew very much. They just kind of bite and swallow like a dog. Right? Maybe that's what sharks started off being. No, they aren't mammals. Sorry. I was thinking about dolphins. Sharks don't swim about with food in their mouths. That's because they're not. That's because they're polite. Yes. Went to school that was caught by a Portuguese man of war. Portuguese man of war. Isn't that like a sea creature of some kind? Now, How would someone in the Portuguese army who's been to a war feel about the name of that critter? Portuguese man of war. Like, hey, that's my title. He had marks all over his body. Oh my God. Oh, he was grabbed in onto by a man of war. Whoa, now you got me curious now. Okay. Oh, they actually look kind of cool. I'll show you what we found here. They actually look kind of pretty, but that doesn't mean anything, apparently. He had marks all over his body. Eating teriyaki? Well, too bad you're not eating shark. We could say you're a man eating shark. Right? Okay, we got to show this now. Oops. There we are. Look at these things, man. Looks like plastic. Looks like plastic. They got all those gross tentacles hanging down. Kind of like it looks almost like a jellyfish in a way, like a jellyfish with something that floats to the top. Do they float on the surface, or are they always underwater? Here he is floating on the surface right here. Yeah, look at that. I mean, if I saw that, I wouldn't necessarily think it was anything dangerous. It looks like someone left their toy and it's floating. Uh-oh. Oh, they're tiny. Why is he eating it? That doesn't look very smart. Here's one. Now, as far as just the look of it, it's kind of pretty, but pretty deadly, I guess. Yikes. Yeah. It is a type of jellyfish. Okay. Wow. Zoinks. It's a type of jellyfish. That's what I thought. Portuguese man of war. But if you were a Portuguese man who's been to a war, wouldn't you kind of look at that and go, can you guys name it something else? Like, that's what I like to call myself if I was a Portuguese man who had been to a war. Portuguese man of war. What, were they found near Portugal? Is that why they call them that? Oh, you've seen them much bigger? I've seen them with a balloon about 10 inches long. Okay, that's still not that big, really, right? Very long distance tentacles. Yikes. The tentacles are what gets you, huh? They zap you with electricity. Kind of like or is it like a chemical that it excretes? Or a zapping thing? Boy. I remember once when I lived in Rhode Island, when I was working at Hasbro many years ago, back in the big 80s, Used to go quahogging a couple times. Go quahogging for those clams. But we went to go swimming one day in the ocean and at this beach near where my manager's house was. We walked down to the ocean there. It wasn't very far to walk. They had a really cool old pink fridge from the 50s in that house too. We went down there and there were so many jellyfish we couldn't swim because they were just everywhere. So we didn't get to swim that day. Too many jellyfish. Ooh, they excrete very tiny needles with a poison that acts like acid. Oh, lovely. Oh my. Zoinks. So I bet other animals probably don't mess with them too much. I mean, unless they're like a youngster and haven't seen one of these darn things before, right? My goodness. Well, that's interesting. Look at that, Portuguese man of war. It's got to be the strangest name of an animal, isn't it? Portuguese man of war. I mean, maybe the Portuguese were attacked from the sea and people were swimming and they got hit by these things and they named them that? I don't know. Lots of scars. Oh my. Oh my, I bet it would. Yuck. I think it's a poison, a very potent muscular toxin. People get paralysis and drowned. Oh boy. Heart gets disrupted. Oh my. Oh. Neuromuscular toxin to be exact. Well, you guys are so smart. They're more in open waters, you hear? Oh, the kid looked like he was in a fire. Oh my. Oh, that is just so sad. I suppose the kid was just curious, going, oh, look at that shiny little thing over there. Oh, you get them around here? My ex and I have taught the boys how to handle them. Yeah, you toss them up and hit them with a baseball bat further out to sea. Maybe that might work. Oh, they just prayed for you on the mystery ship, Peggy Dancer. He always does such a good job on that. Big-hearted man there. Big-hearted man. Yeah. These things are crazy looking, man. They're very stylish looking, though. The top part does look intriguing. I suppose to a hungry sea animal, I guess they only try once and then they're not going to come back if they survive. Maybe they don't survive. Middle picture, pick the small ones up by the back and put them in a plastic bag. They're already dead, but the tentacles will still hurt you. Oh my. You just take them out of the water and they're dead? My. I guess just like when you slap a bee or a wasp and you can't step on them with a bare foot, you might get stung because they still got the stinger. Same thing, huh? Careful of that stuff. I remember once when I was a kid, I was like 3. I was running all over the neighborhood and I was somewhere. Where the heck was I? Somewhere. And I got bit on the butt by a bee. Some bee stung me on the butt. And I just remember I was running so fast. I was trying to run away from the pain. That's what I was trying to do. Didn't work. I got home quicker though. So yeah, watch out for those Portuguese men of war, or the puffy little plastic thing that you think might be litter, but it's really something that's going to zap you. So be careful. Just because something looks pretty doesn't mean it's not going to mess you up, right? That's right. Sometimes you have to clear part of the beach for the kids. Yeah. Desert rat. Dark Brain's a desert rat. He's a desert rat. That sounds interesting. They wash up on the beach by the hundreds, then they just die there, and then you have to like clear them so the kids won't step on them. Oh my goodness. Like a bunch of little tiny purple balloons laying on the sand. I bet kids would be curious and go touch them and get hurt. I've had angry hornets sting me right through a shirt. Yeah. Oh, you know what happened to me once? I was riding my bike when I was a kid. I used to ride my bike everywhere. And I was just riding my bike, and a wasp flew right into my mouth. Like it flew right into my mouth. And I just went, I don't know what I did, but I got it out of my mouth, spit it out, and it didn't sting me. Thank goodness. Boy, was that. So after that, I'm like going, I'm going to have my mouth closed when I'm like biking from now on. I don't want bees to come in my mouth, right? Might not be a good thing. My luck might run out. Then what would I do, right? That's right. Yeah, boy, this Project Veritas story is really, here's the Daily Mail, but they took this down already. They took it down. So yeah, they're not going to be able to keep a lid on this much longer. See, that's why they're trying to start this war quick as they can. Because once that starts, there's nothing else that's going to be talked about. Nothing. Or at least that's what they're hoping. And we need to somehow send up a wall of prayers to stop this stupid war from continuing. We should never send tanks there. This is a big mistake. There's no other way Putin can view this other than we are now not only giving him $100 million, over 100 billion, which is more than Russia spends on their whole military. Unbelievable. It's just really sad. It's really sad, but you know what? We're going to hope for the best because I'm an eternal optimist. Yeah. I mean, so hiring people from now on, these companies are being like, okay, your credentials look good. We like your resume. Are you active on any dating sites? No. Oh, you aren't? Oh, how can we see you here on this one and this one and this one? We don't want to hire you if you're on these dating sites. That Project Veritas will get you. I'll tell you, I'll never use one of those online dating sites again. No way. Nope. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing. I got stung by a sweet honeybee. Oh, what a feeling come over me. Oh, it started in my eyes, crept up to my head, flew to my heart till I was stung dead, and I'm done. I got stung. Now, don't think I'm complaining. I'm mighty pleased, a sweet nectar you give me. I want a little peck on the back of my neck, and I'll break out in a cold, cold sweat. Well, if I lived to 202, how would I know nobody sting but you? I Got Stung. Great song by Elvis. Look it up. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, Frank did show that PV video. Project Veritas video. Yes. And he even told him, when he was being recorded, now don't tell anybody this. So I think he tries to say he was lying. He was trying to save his own skin by saying that. Trying to make Project Veritas not put this out. Too late, buddy. Too late. You thought wrong. You thought like Caesar. You thought your booty was an ice cream freezer. That's right. Well, friends, I think we're going to cut it loose and get this weekend started. Now that we got our Friday night show done and we saw all of our friends, so good to see you all here. Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. We'll see you on Monday, then on Wednesday, then on Friday, and repeat, rinse and repeat. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, join us here, same bad time, same bad channel, where you find all your friends, FRENS, friends, yes. And donations to the Truth Quest can be sent to paypal.me. Yes, that's the best way to do it. /Aaron Moriarty 17. Send as friends or family. There's no fees. Or Cash App. Truth Quest with Aaron. AARON. Thank you, Mud Rabbit. And thanks to all the mods. You guys rock. Thank you for everybody who came today. We'll see you on Monday. Until then, keep your cameras pointed to the sky so you can take a picture of that UFO. Come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. Until then, and pray for peace in this world of ours. We need to pray real hard. Peace in